Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a book that is both profoundly moving and deeply haunting. Han Kang Swidunat. If you've read a previous work, like the Man Booker International Prize winner, The Vegetarian, you know she doesn't shy away from the complexities of the human psyche. This novel is no exception, but it takes us on a journey through a different kind of darkness of buried history and collective trauma. So, what is We Do Not Part all about? At its heart, it's a story of memory, art, and the ghosts of a national tragedy. Our protagonist is Kyungha, a novelist living in Seoul who is struggling with her own creative block and personal grief. Her life takes an unexpected turn when she receives a call about her friend Inseon, who has been in a serious accident. Inseon, a wood artist, has been living a reclusive life on Jeju Island, a place with a deeply scarred past. When Kyungha arrives at the hospital, she finds Inseon unable to speak. Instead, Inseon communicates by writing on Kyungha's poem, entrusting her with a key to her home and a cryptic mission to take care of her birds. This simple request throws Kyungha into the quiet, isolated world Inseon has built for herself on Jeju. As Kyungha settles into Inseon's home, the story begins to unfold like a set of Russian dolls. She discovers that Inseon wasn't just living in isolation, she was on a quest. She was meticulously researching the Jeju Uprising of 1948 and 1949, a brutal period of state-sanctioned violence where tens of thousands of islanders were massacred. This isn't just a historical footnote for Inseon, it's a deeply personal excavation of her family's past. The novel is structured in a fascinating way. We have Kyungha's present-day narrative as she navigates her own feelings of loss and her responsibility to her friend. But intertwined with this is the story she uncovers the story of Inseon's family, especially her mother, and their experiences during the uprising. Han Kang masterfully weaves these timelines together, showing how the echoes of this historical violence continue to reverberate through generations. One of the most powerful elements of the book is its imagery. The cold is a constant presence. Kyungha arrives on a snow-covered Jeju Island, and this physical coldness mirrors the emotional and historical chill of the story. Snow, blankets, everything, muffling sound and hiding the land, much like how the official narrative of history has tried to cover up the horrors of the uprising. And then there's the bird. Inseon has one bird, a parrot, that she's been trying to teach to speak. This bird becomes a powerful symbol. It represents the voiceless victims of the massacre. Kanti's bird, a creature that can only mimic, ever truly articulate the depth of the suffering it has witnessed. It's a poignant metaphor for the challenge of giving voice to unspeakable trauma. How do you tell a story that has been silenced for so long? Han Kang's prose, beautifully translated by Emily Yewan and Deborah Smith, is just exquisite. It's sparse, poetic, and incredibly precise. She has this ability to capture intense emotion in the quietest moments. A simple description of snow falling, or the way Kyungha feels the cold seep into her bones, carries so much weight. It's not a book filled with dramatic action in the traditional sense. Its power lies in its quiet intensity and the slow, deliberate peeling back of layers. Through Kyungha's eyes, we experience the isolation of Jeju in winter. She walks through the snow-filled forests and visits sites related to the massacre, trying to piece together the fragments of Inseon's research. We learn about the empty houses left behind by the victims, the mass graves, and the chilling silence that fell over the island for decades. The novel asks some really profound questions. What is our responsibility to the past? How do we remember those who have been forgotten or deliberately erased from history? Kyungha is a writer, and Inseon is an artist. Their work becomes a way of bearing witness. Inseon's art, which involves working with dark, scorched wood, directly confronts the violence of the past. Kyungha, by trying to understand Inseon's story, is also taking on the mantle of a witness. We Do Not Part is not an easy read. It deals with incredibly heavy themes of violence, grief, and historical trauma. The descriptions of the massacre are stark and unflinching, though never gratuitous. Han Kang forces us to look at the parts of history that are uncomfortable, the parts we might prefer to ignore. But it's also a story of incredible resilience and the enduring power of human connection. The title itself, We Do Not Part, is so significant. It speaks to the unbreakable bond between Kyungha and Inseon. It speaks to the connection between the living and the dead, and the idea that those who have passed are never truly gone as long as we remember them. And it speaks to the connection between the past and the present, showing how history is not a closed chapter but something that lives within us, shaping who we are. As Kyungha delves deeper into the island's secrets, she also confronts her own personal grief over her mother's recent death. This parallel journey of mourning adds another layer of emotional depth to the story. She begins to see the connections between her personal loss and the collective loss of an entire community. In a way, learning to mourn for the victims of the uprising helps her process her own sorrow. The climax of the book is not a dramatic event, but a moment of quiet, powerful revelation. It's a convergence of memory, art, and understanding. Kyungha finally begins to comprehend the full scope of what Inseon was trying to achieve with her work and what it means to carry the stories of the dead. So, who should read this book? If you appreciate literary fiction that is beautifully written and thought-provoking, this is for you. If you are interested in Korean history or the ways in which art can be used to process trauma, you will find this novel incredibly rewarding. It's a book that stays with you long after you've finished it. It's a somber, meditative, and ultimately hopeful story about the importance of not looking away. It's a testament to the idea that telling these stories, even decades later, is a vital act of remembrance and justice. Han Kang has crafted a memorial in the form of a novel, giving a voice to the silenced and ensuring that we do not forget. It's a masterpiece of empathy and a powerful call to bear witness. I can't recommend We Do Not Particularly Enowug. It's a book that will challenge you, move you, and make you think. It solidifies Han Kang's place as one of the most important and powerful voices in contemporary literature. Let me know in the comments if you've read it, or if you plan to. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more book reviews.